Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Good.
Good.
You doing it?
You doing it?
And went to Costco already? Yeah.
Oh, good job.
Everything.
You're
Put it
on
all away.
Amazing.
I rolled in there last night at, what was it, about 5?
Yeah.
And it was the easiest trip through Costco I've ever made. I thought
Really?
5 o'clock is crazy, but I had to get dog food. And it wasn't crowded. I rolled.
Hi, Carol.
You're like 17. I can't bring a course.
I just muted because we're chatting about Costco.
Yeah,
I don't know where I live.
Oh,
I'm new to the area, so I
oh,
mean,
it's that way.
that's that street, that main street. Yeah.
in
And
Bear
so
Valley Road, you mean? Or Jacobah, I mean,
you look,
Uluba.
I do down Uluba, then I do home. Yeah. It's just the lights over there.
Yeah,
Take a long
yeah,
time.
you get the lights right, it's great.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think they're testing us.
It's not that high.
It's all a test. This whole life's a test.
It is, right? I like your little messages or your notes that you write to
Aw.
people. I think about it, I think, oh, yeah. I'm wasted in that. I think we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just,
Hard to quiet it all down.
yeah, you just want the nice girl to come out.
Yeah.
The one that's so complimentary and your cheerleader,
Yeah, yeah.
not the critic.
No, yeah. I want to have that voice be louder.
Uh-huh, that's what I'm working on.
All right. Wait one more minute. I think Michelle's coming and then Jenny online. So
Well, your parents had a good trip then.
they did. I think they had a good trip. I think it was very hot and humid and a little bit challenging weather-wise.
I've been watching the weather there because my grandson.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think it was hot and that was a little bit of a challenge in getting around.
It's humid too.
Yes,
Oh, but that does my hair.
I know.
It's
Mine too, I know.
ponytail all the time.
Yeah. The little things.
It's like my grandkids live in Boston, so it's humid there.
Yeah.
They think I have curly hair, which I do,
Yeah.
but no one would know. I have
Stay
curly
straight
hair.
here, yeah.
Yeah, but it's always in a ponytail, this little pom-pom. When did they get back?
They got back last Tuesday, so they've been
Oh.
home a week. And I think they're back on the right time now. I think they're adjusted.
It takes a while.
Yeah, they seem good. They seemed good. We saw them this weekend. My mom could have been an event planner and she loves celebrations. So she threw a party for our dog Bailey, our 2-year-old dachshund, which turned 2 on Sunday. She had dachshund shaped ice cubes and
Oh,
paw shaped balloons and balloons that said woof. And she had a seat at the table, her little princess seat at the table, and a special meal prepared for her.
Oh my God.
So we did it up. So I think she's back. I think that was her entry back.
Back into her norm.
Throwing the dog party, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I know I miss seeing them.
Yeah, they were gonna come today, but they're walking.
Good for them. It's a nice day.
Yeah. All right, we can start. Michelle's here, so we can start. No, you're fine. You're perfect. There's Jenny. I was waiting for Jenny.
I saw it and I got out and I go, oh, well, I don't have time to.
Oh my goodness.
That parking lot's crooked. It's not your fault.
It's the creative side.
Jenny,
Right.
you made it. Hi.
Do you want me to?
Hi.
A little bit of a struggle getting on, but I'm here.
I'm glad you made it. I'm really glad you made it. All right, now we can officially start. Everyone's here. Let's start seated this morning. I'm gonna go sideways and on gonna turn the fluorescence off. So hold on. Right, so sitting up nice and tall in your body, you can be on your knees or on your bottom or whatever's comfortable. And you can even do this laying down if you prefer. But just, kind of wiggle around till you feel like you've arrived and then let your eyes gently close. Take several breaths in and out of your nose. Your job right here really is just to watch your breath. To watch each breath as it comes in and out of your body. If at any time you're feeling really fatigued or really uncomfortable, you can make small shifts. What I want you to try to find is a softening of the larger muscle groups, so shoulders and trap muscles, and even in the legs and hips, try and relax. There's a strengthening of the smaller support muscle groups, the posture muscles that run along the spine, deep inside the core, deep inside the neck, the muscles that are closest to the bone, to the spine line and to the bone, to keep you upright. Everything else softens. Watching each breath come and go. Nothing else to do right here. We spend so much time out here and observing and analyzing, critiquing and judging and watching. We don't spend quite as much time in here, inside of our own experience. Consciously softening those larger muscle groups around the shoulders, and the jaw, the neck, the pelvis. Staying lifted and upright. Those smaller, the muscles that run closest to the bones are our endurance muscles. And trying to make those get stronger and more alert. Relaxing the rest. Take a couple more breaths here. Very softly, you can open your eyes. Let's do a couple big shoulder rolls. Just taking the shoulders up, back and down. And then go the opposite direction, moving forward. Interlace your hands behind you and stretch your knuckles down towards the floor, pulling the shoulders back. And then you're going to take your arms. I'm not going to mirror anyone. We'll do it the same way. Bring your hands to the right hip. So go over to the right side. So you bend the elbows to get there. So you go like this, bend the elbows, and then squeeze the elbow points towards each other if you can. Sit up really tall. Good. And then you'll take the left ear towards the left shoulder, opening up that right side of the neck. Squeeze the elbow points towards one another. Gently lift the head, take the arms back behind you, release the grip. Out the hands, roll out the shoulders, and then we'll try the other grip. So go behind you, try to bring the opposite thumb on top, and then bend the elbows, wrapping the knuckles to the left. Try to press the palms together, then squeeze the elbow points together, and then drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Good, and breathe. Bring it back to center. Gently release the arms behind you. A few more little shrugs or rolls. And then come forward to tabletop. Put your hands and knees. Wrap my hair up. Good, and then come here, we're gonna do that little kind of press into one hand. So you're gonna just press into one hand and lean to the other, just leaning side to side, warming up the wrists. And then you can start to move the hands in different directions. They can go out, just leaning one to the other, and they can go back. Maybe you take one forward and one back, lean front to back a few times. Any movement that feels good or interesting. Switch. Just imagine you're a cat kind of kneading the floor. And then slowly start to turn the fingers back to the front and set them down. And then you'll lift one palm. It doesn't matter which one. Try to keep the length of the fingers on the mat. Just peel the palm up. The best of your ability. And you don't have to have full weight in the hands. You can have more weight in the knees and the core. So stretching the fingers. Press the knuckles down, palms up. Best of your ability. Yeah, interesting, yes? Okay, good. And then set it down. So the whole length of the finger stays down. You just peel the palm up. So the thumb lifts too. Or you can include the thumb. I don't know. I'm going to play with the hands. And then back to neutral. Then you'll flip one hand upside down. So fingers face the knees, back of the hand on the ground. It doesn't need to be full weight. Yeah. So just not full weight. Yep. And then see if you can straighten your elbow. Good. Is that okay? You can lean over to the thumb side or pinky side. Breathing. And then switch hands. You know, it's interesting. Starting with the little muscles in the wrists and hands that sometimes are neglected. We use our hands so much during the day. Okay, good. Set it down. And then you'll take the left arm forward, bend the right elbow and lower the chest. So just a half puppy pose. And if it's too much, the forearm can be on the ground or forearm lifted, stretching along that left side of the body. Press into the right hand. You'll come back up. Same hand, so left arm still opens up towards the ceiling. Open it up and then thread it behind the right wrist. Come all the way down to the side of the shoulder and head. Thread the needle. And the right hand can stay or it can open to the ceiling, getting a little deeper in the twist, or it can reach overhead. So there's really no right or wrong place for that right hand to be. Breathe into the back of the left arm and shoulder. Then press into the right hand, bring it back by your face. Come up. We have one more on this left arm. So you're gonna take the left hand out and just drop the left shoulder to the ground. So you're looking left again. With the inner shoulder. Look away from the hand. Go the other way. Yeah, good. So look, sorry, to the right, left ear to the floor. Yeah, look away from it and really kind of open up that right shoulder. Do you feel that? Yes, yes, sort of.
Yes.
Okay, good. Press down one person. Come on up.
Just book.
Thank you, Julia. All right, cow and cat. Just a couple little stretches through the spine. We're going to work on joints today from top down. Good. Come to neutral, and then the right arm is going to slide forward, that half puppy we start with, and lower down, opening up under that right arm along the right side of the ribs. Press the palm down or the fingertips down, or the forearm can be on the ground. And then breathing. And there'll be a little hammock sensation through the lower back, but keep the belly slightly firm. And press into the left hand. You'll come on up, slide the right arm in, and then open the right arm to the sky. Thread the needle. It goes behind the left wrist. Coming to the side of the head and shoulder. This can also be in a child's pose if you want to sit back. And then the left hand can press and you rotate. You're trying to stack the left shoulder back on top of the right. So pulling that shoulder back. Yeah, and then maybe opening it up. Good. Only to go where it feels okay in your body. If it feels awkward and weird, you're doing it right. That's yoga.
I was just gonna say, it's yoga.
Bring your left hand down and come up. And then the right arm goes out and it's still right ear to the floor. So you lower down, drop the shoulder. Feel a stretch to the front of the chest. Front of the arm. Good, and then press into the left hand, come back up. Bring that right hand in and cow and cat. Moving through the spine. Good, come to neutral, and you'll take the right leg back behind you with the ball of the foot on the floor. Press the heel away. A little stretch through the calf. If you want more, you can lift or peel the right shin up off the ground and press back to like a down dog, one-legged. You don't have to. You might be fine where you are. And then bring that left knee back to the floor if it's not there. And then float the right leg up. So it's parallel to the earth. Pull the pit of the belly in, work a little bit of core strength. Press the right hand down, reach the left arm forward. That bird dog. Hug in towards the center line. If you start to fatigue in those big muscles, focus on the little ones. Deep core muscles. And then set the left hand down. Take that right leg now and draw it out to the right, all the way out to the right. And then here we do a little cow and cat. So set the foot down, or you can hover it, it's even harder. And then just little movements with the pelvis, cow and cat, feeling into the inner thigh, the hip. And come to neutral, and then you're going to walk your hands back to the knee and stand up onto that left leg and right foot. Take your left arm up, right hand goes down the right leg. It's really more of an up than an over. Yeah, good. It's okay if you go over, but just really finding that lengthening. So lengthen the tailbone down. Big deep breath. Bring it back to center and we'll come down back to tabletop. So bring your hands down, slide the right leg in, take the left leg back, ball of the foot on the floor, press the heel away, that calf stretch. Stretch the toes out on the mat. If you want, you can peel the right shin up, get that deeper stretch in the calf, but you don't have to. Bring that right knee back to the ground and then float the left leg up. So you want the hands as light as possible. So really working with the core. Good, and then the right arm will come forward. So balance, deep core muscles, hug into the center line. As little movement as possible, finding this like incredible strength and stillness. Good, Jenny. Bring the right hand down and then carefully take that left leg out, 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 set the foot down, and then little cow and cat if you can. Little movement, or you can rock front to back if that feels better. You're looking to explore the sensation in that inner left leg. That's where I feel it at least. And then you'll walk your hands back to the right knee, just gently stand up. This one's called gate pose. Left hand to left leg, so go that way. Right arm goes up, lengthen the tailbone, little bump of the hips forward and feel into that right side. Good job. And if this is better, you can bend the knee. That's better. Okay. Good job. Come on up and you'll bring your hands back down. Slide the left leg in and we'll sit back in child's pose. All that, we finally made it to child's pose. The hips to heels, forehead can rest at the floor. Really enjoying this shape. And the ground, the support. Inhale, come up to tabletop and then downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, stretch back, pressing down deep into the hands, just like that beginning. You can even like knead the floor like a cat, pressing into the length of the fingers. You can pedal the legs out, stretching into the calves. Move the hips side to side. One more breath. So, or walk your feet up to your hands. And come into ragdoll, feet hip width distance apart. Grab hold of your elbow points, drop your head. Maybe add that little sway. Your hands softly to the floor. Bring your hands to your hips, look forward, come up to stand. Good. Big breath in, circle the arms up. Breathe out, draw your hands down to your heart. And then arms by your side. And you're gonna look down at your feet. So your feet, you wanna bring them hip width distance apart. So it's like about 2 fist distance, is usually about hip width. And you're gonna lift your 10 toes up off of the mat. Look at your toes. See if you can spread your toes and just get that experience of pressing down into the ball of the big toe, the pinky toe, the heels. Good. Stay there. It's interesting to, when the toes lift, often the hands do the same thing. They're like, yeah.
It's not those calls.
It's hard not to, really. But it's okay, you can do that. That's all right. Okay, so now watching your feet, see if you can lay the toes down from the pinkies to the big toe. Try to go one at a time. Really hard.
Like this.
I know, only one foot works for me. The other one's like, I don't get it. Message not computing. All right, standing in mountain pose, feeling grounded, right? Just the lifting of the toes gets you a little more grounded. So standing here. And then take a big breath in, sweep your arms up, breathe out, forward fold. We'll move through a sun salutation here. Halfway lift, lengthen, extend through the spine. Step it back, high plank. And then you can set the knees down or keep them lifted. Lower your body, can be halfway or all the way. Cobra or upward dog, your choice. Good, and press back to downward facing dog or child's pose is fine. And breathing here, eyes open, ears open, or if you want to close the eyes and tune in, that's fine too. Do one more breath. Good, and then bring your feet to your hands. You can walk or hop. And halfway lift, really unravel, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, bow. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain. Bring your hands to heart center. Mountain pose. Take a moment, look to your toes, lift and spread them, and lay them down carefully. And then extended mountain again, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Soften the knees a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift. And step it back, high plank to low plank. You're welcome to use your knees or keep the legs straight. Cobra or upward dog, just a nice easy back bend. Let it feel good. Exhale back to downward facing dog or child's pose or puppy pose. Take 3 breaths, getting grounded and rooted here. One more breath all the way in. Breathe out. Look forward and walk or hop your feet to your hands. Good. Halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise, extended mountain. Hands to the heart, returning to mountain pose. Just consciously lift and spread your toes. Really find that ground. Set the toes down one more time through. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. A little softening through the knee. Halfway lift. Step back or hop it back. High plank to low plank. Good. Upward dog. Full breath in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Good, Linda. From downward dog, you'll lift your right leg to the sky. It could be from tabletop too. Maybe bend the knee and then draw a few circles with your knee. Just circles. It can be small or big. Good, and then point the knee to the sky and then take a big step forward. Right foot to right hand or help it. Good work. Let's spin the left foot flat. We'll come up to warrior one. And it can be whatever distance feels okay in your body. So your warrior one can be really wide, deep, or it can be shorter or stable. You can take your arms up if you like. Maybe you even take a moment to lift and spread your toes. And then just looking in the body, like there's parts of the body that'll want to do all the work, like the shoulders and the thighs. And I want you to find the deeper core, the more endurance muscles. You can stay, breathe. Where can you soften? Where can you strengthen? What's your body's patterning? Learning. Good. Take another breath. Good, Michelle. Bring your hands back down to the mat and you can flow through a whole vinyasa or meet in downward dog. So vinyasa would be high plank to low, cobra or upward dog, and downward dog. Or skip that anytime you want to skip it. Good. And then stretch the left leg to the sky. Bend the knee. This could be from tabletop too. Take a few big knee circles or small knee circles. Good, and then point the knee up towards the ceiling, pull the ribs in, and then big step forward using, again, your core or help it.
How does that get there?
Help it. We can talk about it.
Yes.
Then coming up into warrior one. So right foot flat if possible. You can turn the toes forward a little bit, Jeff. Yeah, that feels odd. Awkward and odd is totally yoga. But to the best of your ability, you want to find strength and stamina and breath and space and presence and power. Pull the feet towards each other slightly. There's those deeper muscles. Lift up a little bit higher, breathe in, and then set the hands to the mat and step it back. High plank to low, or you can go straight to down dog or even child's pose. Upward dog or cobra, easy back bend. Good. Downward facing dog. Right, one more standing pose here. Take the right leg up again. We'll bend the knee. We'll do the same little thing. So circling a few circles. Doesn't matter which direction. You can switch it even. Good, and then let's straighten the leg this time. And then you'll bring the knee to the nose. You curl in, then try to set the foot down. That's how you step it forward or help it there. Let's bring the back knee to the ground. Point the back toe. So right foot forward, left knee to the ground.
Which one's?
Bring the other leg forward, right? Yeah, perfect. The other right leg. Sometimes there's two. It just happens.
Whichever one you use.
Whichever one is perfect. And then come on up. So we're gonna come up to 90 degrees on both legs. So you're not pressing forward. You guys look amazing. If you want to put a pad under the back knee, do that. Do you need a pad under the knee?
Okay.
Okay, so reach your arms up. And then turn the left palm to the left, so the one facing that wall. Circle the wrist with the right. Give a little lean to the right. Yeah, that way. And then lengthen the tailbone a lot. So opening up the front of the hip, carefully, mindfully. Very good. Come back to center, reach it up. And then bring your hands down. So you'll bring them to frame the front foot. Come into the low lunge for a moment. Press the hips forward. Good. And then we'll pull it back. Then you pull the hips back and you can point or flex the right foot and the hands can walk back if they need. So you can point or flex or do a combination of two, both. You really hinge from the top of that right thigh. You guys all look so good. Nice, Carol. Good. And then you'll come back forward into your lunge and bring your hands to the inside of the right foot. So toe heel the right foot right, and then bring it back around to meet the left. Nice. And then lower down onto all the way to your belly. We'll come up into Sphinx here. Come up onto the forearms. Prop it up. Press the feet down, tops of the feet down, and the pelvis down. Try to pull the low belly slightly up off the mat. Low belly. Good. And then drag the ribs forward. Lift the crown of the head straight up. So strengthening, toning the whole backside of the body, especially those posture muscles, those endurance muscles. We want to learn how to work and fire and hold us upright.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Lower down, bring the hands back under the shoulders, tuck the toes under. You can press up to plank or to the knees, and then back to downward dog. On your next breath, lift the left leg up in the skippy from tabletop, from right knee down. Bend the left knee, and then a few little circles. Just exploring that range of motion in your body. And then come to center, stretch the leg long, curl it in, knee to nose, and then set the foot down or help it forward. You got it, Julia, you got it.
Yeah, well, go on.
I know, you know what it is? A lot of it is only coming forward. So watch my arms. So my arms are at a diagonal, and if I step here, I can't get there.
Okay.
If I can come forward,
Oh,
my foot can make it there.
I'll have to work.
So a
on
lot of
that.
it is this forward, moving forward with the body.
I've always admired that move.
It's not easy.
No, I've tried.
And sometimes bringing your hands up on blocks
Okay.
is way more helpful because there's
Okay.
more space. And then just practicing, even just practicing this right here, coming forward and back. That's the action of it. There's some other things too, but that's mostly it. Okay, and it's fine to help your leg there. Works just great. Okay, 90-90. Press into the top of the back foot so that back leg super secure. Then reach both arms up. And tailbone down. And then right palm turns right. You circle it like a little lobster claw and lean left the back way. And that big opening, it's called the front gate of the pelvis, the psoas and hip flexor muscles. A little bit of diaphragm, the diaphragm and these other little muscles connect right there on the bottom of the ribs. Breathe. Breathe into all the little intercostal muscles, the muscles between each rib on that right side. And then you'll come back to center, reach straight up, get super long. Then bring your hands down to frame the left foot and actually tuck the right toes under for a moment, straighten the back leg. It kind of lifts that knee up if you can. Good, now set it down a little farther back, hopefully. Point the toes, lean forward, lean into that left hip as fast as you can. Good job. And then we'll pull it back into the half splits. So you pull the hips straight back, and you can point or flex the left leg. Good. Or even windshield wiper it, move it side to side. And then with your breathing, luckily we're always breathing, but when you bring your attention to it, and change it, and change your relationship to your breath and your body. And then rock it forward. Bring your hands inside your left foot, toe heel the left foot to the left. Hands shoulder width. Now, this is another strengthener. So you bring that leg around and back. It's oblique. Picking it up. Good. And then high plank or kneeling plank. Lower straight down onto your belly. Come up into Sphinx again. Point the toes onto the forearms. Now you can pull the pit of the belly up slightly, but also try to traction the ribs forward and the jawbone back. Relax the back of the neck. It's okay to even move the head side to side. Good. All right, got one more strengthener right here, that forearm plank. So from here, you can keep the hand parallel, or you can also interlace them. It's up to you. You'll tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your toes, and then I want you to like move in slow motion. So pull the rib cage, the belly button up, then the pelvis, thighs, maybe knees, right? It's fine to keep the knees down. Good. And then just like with that nature of that stepping forward where it's tricky, you rock forward here. So come way to the tiptoes, rock forward, forward, forward. You'll feel those upper ab muscles. Yeah. And you can do forward and back a few times or hold. Just 10 more seconds. You got this. Good. And then lower all the way down. And you can just make a pillow out of the arms, just rest. And then just consciously relax every muscle, every bone. So as important as it is to know how to work through the body, it's also as important to know how to rest. Let everything rest. And to turn it off. So from here, you'll bring your hands back under the shoulders and you can press to plank pose or straight back to child's pose. You can go to upward dog, downward dog, wherever you want to be, or maybe just child's pose is perfect. From here, we're going to come up to either down dog or tabletop and then step forward, step up to the front of your mat, coming into a ragdoll forward fold. Shake your head, yes and no. Bring your feet to hip width distance apart. And then you can try this, you bring your hands behind the head. So interlace your hands at the base of the skull. Bring your forearms around your jaw. So they go below the ears. So the neck is in its natural, supposedly cervical curve. You bend the knees, let gravity kind of draw the elbows down, crown of the head down. Feel the neck is lengthening and releasing from the mid upper back. And then if you'd like a little bit more stretch, you take the elbows out wide, drop the chin deeper into the chest, keep the hands on the back of the head, and just let the weight of the hands help to lengthen the back of the neck. And then you can even move the head gently side to side, if that feels okay. You can use your pinky finger, pinky end of your hand, or thumbs to gently massage the back of the skull, releasing any tension there. Let your hands fall gently to the ground. Shake your head yes and no a couple times. Bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees, press the feet down, come all the way up to stand. Take your arms up to the sky so the blood comes up to the brain again. Spread the toes, root down, and then bring your hands to your heart and arms down by your side. Good. All right, so you're going to shift your weight over right foot to left foot a couple times. We're going to do a balance pose, but it's 2 feet on the floor balance. It's a little different. So you'll take your your hiccups.
Because I'm not breathing.
Okay, so you'll step your right foot forward, and then you're going to bring your left foot back a little bit, but directly behind the right to the best of your ability, like you're on a balance beam. I know, it's balance. And then press the feet down, engage the legs, engage the pelvis, bring your arms up into cactus, spread the fingers of your hands. So really bring some force into the upper body. I know. Pull the core muscles, and these are those deeper core muscles, posture muscles. Pull the shoulders back, stand nice and tall. You can stay right here. If you want to up it a little bit, you begin to twist to the right. So twisting the upper body, but keeping the lower body forward. Hip bones point forward, breathing. Bring force into the arms. They're so strong. Like if someone were to knock into you, you're not going anywhere. And then bring it back to center. Good job. And step forward into mountain pose. Relax a little bit. Okay, and then we have the other side. So left foot forward, spread the toes, root down, step the right foot back. You can go to wherever you feel comfortable. You don't have to be super close or super far. And then you hug in and up, all the way up to the pelvis, to the core, arms into cactus. Pull the shoulders slightly back, spread the fingers, arms are active. If they're not going anywhere, if I were to high five you, they're not going anywhere. And then you can twist to the left. Slowly, mindfully keep pelvis neutral, pelvis aiming forward. Press evenly into both feet. While you are kind of in one leg only. Press both feet down, lift the crown of the head higher, keep breathing. Good, bring it back to center and carefully step it forward, right foot to left. Good. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, hands come down to the hips. Bring your left hand to your left hip. We'll standing leg raise. You'll lift the right knee and catch it. I want you to remember that all that sensation in the body that we just activated in that last twist. So core, hips, shoulders, even upper body, and then opening the right leg to the right to wherever it can go, and then cactus your left arm. Stand really tall. Find that little bit of force and breath. You got it, Linda. Stay. Almost. Good. Bring it back to center. Nice, Carol. Set the right foot next to the left. Take a breath. Yeah, you can wiggle around. So it's okay to get kind of loose between, but then you want to find that lift and the strength. Press the right foot down, right hand to right hip, lift the left knee. So there's like a preparedness, a readiness in the body, engagement. And then opening it to the left, cactus that right arm. It's okay if it doesn't go out so far, it's fine, be where you are. You can use the bar even, yes. So shoulders back, root down, press down into the standing foot, even deeper. Connection to the earth, grounded, rooted, come back to center and set the left foot next to the right. Good. So bring the feet to hip width, lift and spread the toes one more time. There's this definite, like you plug in, right? Plugged in to the ground, set the toes down, stand tall, and then tree, root to the left foot. You'll bring the right foot up, and it can be heel to ankle. It's a perfect place to stay, or foot to calf. Yeah, and then hands can be at the heart, but find that chain from the sole of the foot all the way up the body. Maybe the arms come into cactus again. Maybe that's where you want to be today. Getting the hands active, bringing that little force, muscular force. Nice, Jenny. Breathing. Notice if something's fatiguing. Can you shift to something else? Find the deeper muscles, the ones that run closest to the bone. Good. And then returning to mountain pose. Let it go. And then before you go to the other side, get intentional. Spread the toes, plug the right foot down, and then bring the left foot up. Go as high or as low as it feels good in your body. You're welcome to hold on. But if you can really access the pressing down, the pulling in, the rising up, and then the energy out into the fingertips, the crown, whole body, all parts working together. Be resilient, powerful, strong, and also calm, present, focused. Returning to mountain pose. Coming back to the front of your mat, standing tall, big breath in, circle the arms up, breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, step it back, high plank, lower all the way down onto your belly. Take your time. Good. Bring your arms down by your sides, palms face the mat. And then you'll lift up into locust. So lift arms and legs. Good. Good job. You can draw the chin towards the chest. You can pull it down and back of the skull towards the ceiling. Lift the shoulders up higher, straighten the elbows, and the feet go any higher. Breathing. And then lower down, flip the hands. The backs of the hands rest on the earth and let it, a cheek rest on the floor. Breathe into your neck, upper back, shoulders. Relax your lower back, your legs. Then again, you'll look down, turn the palms to face down. One more time, second locust, lift on up. So wherever feels good in your body. And the legs go in any higher. Nice, and then lower down, turn the other cheek to the floor, and just let your body rest. Your shoulders relax. You'll look down to the floor. Bring your arms underneath your forehead. So make a pillow out of the backs of your hands. So you look straight down. And then bend the knees and just begin to windshield wipe the legs right to left. And you can allow the pelvis to rock. So the hip bone, one opposite hip bone lifts up off the ground if you like. See what that feels like. And then try to keep both hip bones on the ground as the legs rotate. It's a little truer assessment of the mobility in your hips. The pelvis on the mat, both sides of the hip bones stay down as the legs rotate. And come back to center, gently release your feet to the floor, bring your hands back underneath you, you're gonna press up to tabletop. Just move through a few more rounds of cow and cat, or any movement. You can circle the pelvis. You can sink between the shoulders and lift. You can rock front to back. There's no right and no wrong here. Sometimes I like to even lift my feet, rotate my ankles, just any movement that feels good in your body. Just do that right now, moving around freely. Then you'll make your way to your seat and onto your back. Go. How we doing? Good. All right, so lay down on your back, draw your knees into your chest. Let's do a little bit more for the hips here. And I'm not planning on any pigeon today, so just so you know. But if you want to take it, you can. I'll tell you when. All right, so hold a knee in each hand. So your knees will be just lightly held in each hand. And this one's kind of for the brain and the hips. So bring the right knee in towards you and the left knee goes away. It's like straight in line, and then take them out to the sides. So you're making a figure 8 and come back around to the center. So figure 8 the legs. And if you can't figure it out, just take some circles. That's it, exactly. A little figure 8. One knee comes in, one knee goes away, and just stay in the same direction for about 5 or 6 little movements. And then a really interesting observation here is, if you took your hands away, would your knees still be moving? Or can you relax the legs, let the hands move the legs? Where if you took the hands away, they would stop. It's hard to assess. Okay, come back to center. And then you'll go the opposite way. So the opposite knee, left knee comes in, right knee away, and go around. Or if you went the other way, go the other. Just see if you can figure it out. And then you're just kind of looking, how much work are my legs doing? How much work are my arms doing? When my arms do the work, I go way slower. When my legs are doing the work, I can whip it around. Just notice. If your body starts to fatigue the legs, then you know you're using your legs. Good, come back to center and just give yourself a hug. Squeeze it in. Try to press the tailbone down. Use your arms to squeeze the legs in. You can rock gently on that lower back. And then keep the right leg where it is. Extend the left leg out long on the earth. And then you can hold on to the right leg either from the shin or behind the hamstring, doesn't matter, but give it a squeeze. And then reach out through your left foot on the floor. And you're gonna lift the left foot up towards the ceiling. So you're gonna lift the leg all the way up and then lower it all the way down. And you're using those deep core muscles. Lift it all the way up. Lower it all the way down. 2 more times. Lift and lower. Good, last one. Lift and then lower that left leg, stretch it all the way out as long on the floor as you can. And we'll take a twist. Hold the right knee in the left hand, cross it over the body. You might scoot the hips to the right so that the hips are stacked. Right hip on left. The right arm can cactus or reach. Just breathe into that right side. Bend the knee, come back to center, just roll back on your back. Bring your feet flat to the floor, hips to center, pause. And then we'll switch sides. Draw the left knee in, give it a squeeze, straighten the right leg out long. And then you'll lift the right leg up towards the ceiling and lower it towards the floor. 5 times. Lift. Or actually we did 4, right? Lower, 2 more. Keep reaching through the sole of the foot. And slowly lower. On the last one, when you're done, you'll let that leg lay flat on the floor, reach as far away from you as you can, and then hold the right knee, left knee in the right hand, take a twist. You can scoot your hips to the left an inch or 2, try to stack that left hip right on top of the right. See if you can keep both shoulders at the floor. You're welcome to turn your head in any direction that feels good. Close your eyes. Slowly roll back onto your back. And scoot your hips to center, bring your feet flat and a little bit wider than hip width. Let your knees knock together. It's called constructive rest. And then you can lay your hands on your abdomen, your belly, or by your sides. As you breathe, see if you can breathe in for your own count of 4. Breathe out for a count of 4. You can slowly start to elongate the exhale. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out for 5 or 6. Slowly start letting the exhale be longer than the inhale. Signaling to your body to rest. If at any time you'd like to straighten the legs, you can straighten the legs out on the mat, on the floor, coming into Shavasana, or you can stay in that constructive rest position. For March 1st, in Journey to the Heart, find healing and magic within yourself. She was an Osage shaman. Her land next to Cathedral Rock in Sedona, Arizona, was landscaped with a totem pole, a fire pit, a bridge leading to her house, and gardens of flowers and rocks. A river ran across her property, singing to all who quieted themselves enough to listen. A teepee stood close by, one used to house the sweat lodge ceremonies. It was during one such ceremony I had met her. I returned later to talk with her for a while. She welcomed me back, welcomed all who had visited her to return to her land. She didn't call it her land, she called it the land, said it belonged to all of us. You don't have to take this journey, she said. You don't have to travel around searching for spiritual spots. All the wisdom, the experiences, the spiritual places you seek on this quest are within you. While it's fun to go on a trip, and trips often coincide with going to new places in our personal lives, we don't have to load up the car and hit the road to find what we're looking for. The places of power we seek are within us. Places of comfort, joy, wisdom, silence, healing, peace. The places we visit often reflect those qualities, reinforce them, remind us that they're there. But the places, the locations we visit are only mirrors, extensions of ourselves. The healing and magic we seek are not someplace else. They are within each of us. Bring your awareness back to your breath. In the body, you might wiggle your fingers and toes, waking up slowly. And bend your knees, carefully roll to a comfortable side. Gently press yourself up to a seated posture. Close your eyes. Palms of your hands to touch. Bring your thumbs to your heart space. Lift your thumbs to your forehead center. Hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Nice to be with you both at home. Here, you want to say hi to everybody?
Oh my, hi, everybody.
Long time,
I know. No.
2 years.
But it's nice that we're still all together, right? We're still all here.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice to see you, Jenny, and great to see you, Carol, as always. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
It kind of feels like we were actually